Good morning, myself Dr. Pawan Bhambu. Today's topic iterative statements. What are iterative statements? Iterative statements or loops, one the same. Iterative statements or loops are defined as a statements which will be executing a particular block of code for a given condition for a given number of times so as to obtain the result and to perform a particular task. We can see there are three types of iterative statements: while, do while, and for. One by one, we will be seeing their syntax. While loop, first of all, while loop having a condition and a block of code. The block of code will be executed until the condition holds true. Similarly, in do while loop, next we can see the particular block of code will be executed for a given condition in while and followed by a semicolon. The difference between while and do while is that while will in while statement the condition will be evaluated first and then the block of code will be executed. But in do while in do while case for the first iteration the block of code will be executed and then the condition will be evaluated. Next, the for loop that is having three of the statements: the initialization, the test condition, and the updation or the increment section in the same line that shows the simplicity and ease of using a for loop. We can understand and we can use faster, and it creates less confusion. The loop will be executing the block of code until and unless the test condition remains true. Next, one by one, we'll be seeing the syntax of iterative statements and an example how they works. First of all, we will see a for loop. A loop is having a iterative statement is having three statements, or the three we can say the loop is having three parts or the three statements or the three variables that are necessary for them. First one is initialization, second one is condition, and third one is increment or an updation. Following these three statements, the block of code will be executed given in the for loop. With the help of example, we can see how it works. We have included the header files. In main, we have declared the variables and we have given a message to the user, enter a number to calculate it factorial, and we have taken a value from the user for calculating a factorial. Let's suppose it is 5. How it works, how the factorial will be calculated, we will see with the help of for loop. We are using a variable c that is having a value 1 initially and a condition. The first part is initialization, the second part is condition c is less than equal to n, and third part or the third statement is c++, that is the increment in the variable that is used to run a loop. For this loop, the loop will be executed 5 times from the value of c1, and for each time the value of c will be incremented by 1, and always for each time we will be calculating the condition. If the condition holds true, we will be executing f equal f into c. That is the formula for calculating a factorial of a given number, and f is initially 1. This specific code or a block of code for a for loop will be executed 5 times following the condition holds true, and each time the c value will be incremented by 1 and its initial value is having 1. This is how the loop works for the 5 times so as to obtain the result of a given problem. Means the factorial of 5 will be calculated at the last 120 and it will be printed. How it will be calculated? We can see first of all f is having one value 1 into c is also having one value 1 into 1 will be stored in f, and the next time the c value will be 2, then 1 into 2 will be stored in f. Likewise, in each and every step 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 4, 4 into 5, finally the product will be stored in f, that is 120, and that will be printed out. This is how the for loop works. Next, we can see how we can use jump how can we use the jumping statement, the break statement, and the continue statement with the help of for loop. In first example, at the left hand side, we will see that we have included the header file. In the main program, we have declared a value variable I, and we have used a loop for I equal 1 less than 10 I plus plus. Inside block of code of for, we are having a condition I equal 5. When I is having a value 5, the loop will be breaked, and finally the program will be over. So the printing of i's value in the for loop will be for 1, for 2, for 3. 1 will be printed, 2 will be printed, 3 will be printed, 4 will be printed. When the I value will be 5, the loop will be break the loop will break and the program will be over. Means the values will be printed from 1 to 4 only. Afterwards the loop will be break. This is the use of break statement. Next we will see continue statement. Continue statement, how it works. When we are using a continue statement, for a given particular value of j, the value the next coming statements in the for loop are skipped, and directly the j value is incremented, and the block of code of the for loop will be executed for rest of the cases. We can see here how we have included the header files. In main, we have used the for loop from j0 to less than equal to 8, and we are doing increment for each step j plus plus. And here inside the for the block of code, we can see we are having an if condition j equal 4, it will execute a continue statement. Means for the case j equal 4, it will not be printing the value of j, and it will proceed further. After 4, it will be printing 5. Means here we will have an output 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 will not be printed, then 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is how the continue statement works. Next we can see while loop. A while loop, we have seen how the condition is evaluated first, and then the block of code is executed. Here we will see with the help of an example. We have included the header files. In main, we can see we have declared a variable x with a value 1. This is initial value of 1, means it is initialization. Whereas while we are having a condition x is less than 10, this is the condition that will be evaluated each time. That holds true for executing the loop, otherwise the loop will be not executed, it will be breaked up, and finally the program will be over. Then in the while loop, we can see the block of code that is having x plus plus, means each time it is incremented by 1. This is the third step the loop is having. The third statement, the essential statement the loop is having x plus plus, means incrementing the value. Likewise, the loop will be running for 9 times, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 times the loop will run 9 times, and the 10th value of x equal 10, it will break, and finally the program will be over. Next we can see do while loop, how it works. Again, we have included the header files. In main, we have declared a variable, we have given a message to the user even number up to 20, and again we have initialized the first step of the loop, initialize the value of I equals 0. Then for the first time, the block of code of do while loop will be executed first, and then the condition will be checked for the first step only. The printf is printing the value of I, and then again I is incremented by 2. This is the second statement, the essential statement of the loop that is executed. First one is initialization, second one is condition, and third one is increment or the updation. Here the initialization is the first one, the second one is increment or updation, and the third one is checking the condition of the while loop. we are checking the condition if while I is less than equal to 20, means up to 20 the loop will be executed, and we will having the even numbers up to 20. How many times the loop will be executed? We can see for every time the I is incremented by 2. First for 0, then for 2, then for 4, 6, 8, 10, then 12, then 14, 16, 18, 18, then 20. Means it will be executed 20 times, oh sorry, 11 times the loop will be executed. We can see for the 0, for 0 it will be executed, then for 2 it is executed, then 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. 11 times the loop will be executed in a do while condition. We can compare it while loop as well as with for loop also. Next, the exercise, it is having couple of questions. We can see there a solution in our presentation as well as in our notes and the solution sheet that I have provided. Then rest the online links where we can practice more and more, and in case of any of the query you can revert back to me. Rest fine. Thank you. Have a nice day.